BeamNG.drive's update 0.34, released on December 10th, 2024, we got the brand new Bruckell 9 added to the game, along with a handful of new Freeroam events you can do, and even an experimental rally mode in the redesigned main menu, including many other things that I'll be covering over in this update video. So let's start things off with this here Bruckell 9, which I got loaded here, is the basic sedan configuration of this here car. So, with this vehicle, it's a pre-war 1930s American car that's now the oldest selectable vehicle in the game, surpassing the Burnside Special. It's got 35 different configurations to choose from, like this here sedan, the coupe, a roadster, the police, dragster, rat rod, delivery van, and so much more. So a brief look of the exterior as well as the interior of the base level vehicle that I got here. So starting with the doors, of course, front doors work as so with this basic ass interior. And for the rear passenger doors, if I click on the door, instead of course you can see with the hinges and the handle placement, we got suicide doors for the back end, which are not really prominent no more, except for freaking Rolls Royces. Heading towards the front, are these unlockable no matter what? Yes, sir, we got the split hoods to get access to the engine bay on this side of the vehicle, as well as on the other side, too. Getting a result of something like this, if I were to close them. Janky, but doable. And a brief look of the inside, and hit the 2 button for the interior of the vehicle. So we got, let's do the relative cam. This will come a little bit later. I'll just zoom in here. So with the interior, we got ourselves the gas gauges, oil pressure, oil temperature, right? Or pressure. Our speedometer, the water, and the battery level and amperes, including the headlights here, the starter, and these are inoperable, both the throttle and choke levers here. And a very basic, bare bones type of floorboard with our shifter, handbrake, and no interior trim or a glove box for the base level car, and the back seats, well, a back seat as per usual for a 1930s car. And a startup with this vehicle. So I'm going to start this up because I got no traffic in the area, so give you the opportunity to start this up right now. Pretty decent. A rev. Over rev risk. This is way before computers could frickin' have the fuel cutoff and all that stuff, being at red line. And with the camera positioned in place here, I believe this is the clutch lever, if I'm correct. No, the brake lever. So look down here with the little modded gauge that got downloaded. Once you hit the brakes, you can see the brake lever, like the brake actuator, actually go off in this car, which I believe is a first for any vanilla BeamNG vehicle. You can see that from the front end, as well as towards the back end with the little piston and that. And I believe, is this the clutch? Yep, we got the clutch. As seen. Center of your screen. Don't mind what I just did, folks. And what's kind of funny, we got one single brake light with this vehicle. Both the brake light, as you can see here, it says, stop. In big capital letters, just stop yo damn car. If I get off the brakes, it slowly de-illuminates. And of course, if we turn on the headlights, we get the tail light on the bottom. And of course, the brake light still works as so. Turn on the turn signals, which is due to hazards. No turn signals for the rear end. No reverse lights whatsoever, and with the front end, also no tail lights. Excuse me, turn signals. And for the headlights, like any old vehicle. And lastly, before the drive, for the heck of it, here's the horn. Some type of frickin' klaxon nerd sound effect that you hear on frickin' TikTok and people getting roasted on Twitter. Just... So anyways, in my unrealistic gearbox, let's just rip the bitch and see how this thing drives. 0 to 60, I don't even care about that whatsoever, so a simple right-hand turn. Oversteering a little bit with these tiny-ass tires, some, like, 125 cross-ply width type of tires. So 0 to 60 is pretty much in business days. We're at highway speeds in the mid-50s in third gear. How many gears do I got? 3 gears. 60 miles an hour. Can I reach 62? Yes, in 41.2 something seconds in thousands of feet. 1,745.62 feet. 41.25 seconds, exactly. So a basic, most hasteful collision with this car. Yep. No such thing as safety whatsoever. A mid-speed collision, we got the frame bent up. The engine's a little bit out of whack. The interior. Still do you good, but you'll be hurt. Alright, respawn the same spot. What I got loaded is the Deluxe Coupe version of this here car, and the handle reminds me of my frickin' automation build. It's just frickin' copy and paste. So in description, in this configuration, we do have a trunk as seen here with these rumble seats, what are they called? So instead of having the 2 seats up here, yeah, you only get 2 seats. We get the extra 2 in the very back. And with the interior of the deluxe model, of course, a nice ass steering wheel, the trim, the glove box, as what I said earlier about it, and different coloring on the gauge cluster. Not too bad. And even with the engine, I did find this out with this is also a little bit of a reworked UI, including the debug menu and everything. This is armed, this particular model, with a 232 cubic inch side valve V8 engine. And the base model I had is a 134 cubic inch inline 4 engine. What, the frickin' Henry Ford days when back then cars were like a frickin' cartel back then because they owned the copyright of the automobile? So a side valve is supposed to be like a wannabe Ford flathead type of V8 configuration. If it's what the naming of this is like inspired off of and design-wise, I believe. So let's give you the interior view of me driving on the highway with the V8 version of this here car. So 0 to 60 will be much better, even though it was like some steering involved, slowing this down here and there. So 0 to 62, half the time, right? 60, 15.74 seconds, 935.96 feet, and did I just hit a pothole or what? Because the suspension of this car, instead of being like the traditional springs and leaf springs and all that stuff, I believe the suspension is like friction-based. So, 0 to 60, not too bad. Slamming this car at a fairly high speed, rear-ender. How does a mid-sized fender bender into Wipeout turn into? That. Which constitutes bending up the front of the wheels, the bumper on the ground, and the hood still... Can I? Damn. I thought I could close down that side of the hood. So with this new update here, as you can see with this little out of control type of sign with this little marker here, there are 7 of these here drift zones that you can do at any time you want in the Freeroam version of BeamNG in West Coast USA of this map. So I'm going to see if I can try to drift with the roadster configuration of the Bruckell 9, which is pretty much like a wannabe moonshiner type of vehicle. So I believe the thing triggers once you begin a drift before you cross the line. So accelerate, second gear, and try to drift. Here we go, got a drift going. Watch the traffic. Ooh, will that... Shut up, bitch. Guess I'll turn off traffic. Alright, traffic's off. Let's see if I can do this peacefully. I'm more or less just like wheel spinning, then getting this sideways. That counted. I guess just keep this in third gear, or second gear, go side to side, and don't wipe out. And with this here UI for the drift menu here, as you can obviously tell with the points I'm getting and the little line here, the little line, as you see with the numbers going off, the degree symbol, that is your current car angle of like how far you got the car angled out doing like your drifts and all that stuff. The more you keep the car sideways, the more points you'll get. And of course, just go side to side and rack up more points as time goes on. And hit the guardrail. And I can't steer right. Bro, I can't steer right whatsoever. Really? Backing up counts as terminating the goddamn drift event, really? Okay, good enough right there to keep this out the wall. I believe it's just this little bend here and I'm done. Yeah, right here. And a score of 1,772 points. It showed a top right, not even close to beating a frickin' high score in these cross-ply tires ass old car. So pulling up to the drag strip in the drag van configuration of the Bruckell 9. So by the drag strip here, instead of having the Pro tree, the Sportsman tree, the two configurations for our menus, or missions, but we also got a brand new bracket race that you could do for such drag races. And even too, if I click on new details, we got a brand new UI once you start like a challenge or a mission. So the bracket race, I think you set a time and get it like just above a smidge or kind of match like whatever bracket that you set could beat your opponent or something like that. Okay, I'm backwards up in here, so I set my dial time, including the opponent's dial time. Like, who are you? What is he in? Is this a Pesiba? Yeah, it's a Pesiba. A freaking beater-ass Pesiba. Can I change, please? Oh, the opponent set for a 14.16 and some change. I'm thinking like an 8.85. So if I click on start, will we start at the lines? Like that. And also seeing it this van, demonstration of doors. Nice ass end. Alright, put the NOS on. Why is my freaking G-force gauge so comically big? Get it? Your mom. Sorry, I'm used to stock vehicles, not an actual drag vehicle to launch. There we go. Wheelie competition. Yup, that's what I thought, fool. At a speed of 168.9 miles or 8.4 something seconds. Wowzers, what do you get, fool? And this is the new time slip for this here update here. So I lost a drag race. That is excellent, even though I won. See, look, winner. I got a time of 8.482 seconds, also seen here, and I went way below the frickin' margin. Even too, the reaction time 0.2 seconds, I didn't get the frickin' time to the third star for beating that, really? And off to your left-hand side of the screen, especially over here, they did make some updates to the side of the racetrack with these here gravel roads with this new update to do some more exploring rather than having just some barren land and everything. They've done some terrain editing, the gravel, and just more off-road exploring with the racetrack. So as I look at it, is there going to be like, or if there is, like an off-road gravelly type of racing time trial configuration that we got set here? Alright, so making the big leap to the Utah, USA map with the Bruckell 9 police variant that I got here, which is one of the missions here called Bootleg Runner. So a bootlegger thinks we don't know about their stash point. That is a nice-ass flashing police light. I totally agree with you. So try to keep their vehicle in one piece. There's more evidence on board. So just flat out arrest the suspect, but don't hella crash into their other Bruckell 9. Oh, hey, look, it's got two taillights. Interesting. So start things off here. And accelerate to begin. Go. Thank you very much. Is there a siren? Yep, the ghetto-ass. Old-ass siren from back in the day. Yeah, I see the car. You don't have to remind me. So get an interior view. We also got the gauges light up too for everything you see up in here, man. Well, unlike the other chase missions here, is that there's no time limit for bonus stars and all that stuff to arrest a suspect as quickly as possible. It's just arrest them, don't damage my car or their car, so really on their ass. How about we just pull an LA Noir on their ass and just shoot out the window and have some Formula 1 frickin' physics with the cars and, yeah. Alright, what happens if I try to pit them off here? Spin them out. Or just wedge his ass, and in one countdown, 3, 2, 1, 0. There we go. All. No text. And yes, this is the new UI once you win, not the with the little metal with the little gear shifter that normally pops up at the old Mission Success UI. Alright, the final free roam thing I'll cover over before I try out the rally mode in the new UI is this here Ridge Race and AI race that we got set here. And instead of being in the Gavel Grand Marshal, be in my car, and the objectives go away. God dang it. How many racers? A maximum of 5. Let's do it with traffic enabled. So as per usual, race your opponents to try to get ahead of them before the finish line. In all, Gavril Grand Marshals, all customized while I'm in the Sharp Dressed Roadster. The wannabe ZZ Top car. Should also stay tuned for a terrible ass performance of Lagrange. So start things off here in 2, 1, go. It's an automatic? I'm probably gonna get my ass whooped. Oh, that's the traffic. Yep. Kashira, my ass is gonna get whooped. And look at that! My frickin' automation car, the Beowulf Cordova, is slowing everybody down, and I'm getting used to this car here. I gotta really control the throttle and the brakes because I can't surf. Neither can you. I can't really steer this thing because how thin these tires are, and a Kashira. Well, that Kashira did nothing but looked all broken down on stuff like your freaking stereotypical Rust Belt area type of driver where they always drive those hunk of junk cars, and they don't give a damn because there's no such thing here in this part of the country, especially here in Ohio, to flat out inspect your vehicles compared to other countries. And the Beowulf strikes again, make a pass on the Gavril. Gets me to 5th, but I got 3 more checkpoints to go. I don't really care about winning at the moment. And as a matter of fact, that count, I thought that would not count because it went too wide. Yep, my front left dick fell off because I can't turn with these thin-ass tires. And here's the drivers. Oh, wait. 5th place! Thank you for crashing into my frickin' automation car. Homie probably got the hammer shot and gave them all their loving, their hugs and kisses too while they're at it. So with the main menu, by just doing a simple restart of the game here, so with the new menu, it's been fully redesigned with the new background images, some of the UI, an update to the BeamNG logo with the box. And each of the buttons are now rounded off, including moving the replay from down here to a dedicated button up here. With the career mode, as seen in my RLS videos, just click on it, and it's still in the experimental phase. Sometimes you gotta spam click to forcefully do it, but sometimes, I think probably because I already did it, you can just click once and it can go ahead and do so. And the free roam. You got a dedicated big-ass button with a bolide and scintilla. And heading it over to the far right, where it says Rally Coming Soon, if I click on this, again, if it doesn't work, if you just click on once, just spam click, you'll see the box is an experimental feature, where it's an extremely rare preview, under heavy development, doesn't reflect the final version. So, understood, what can I do? From the Clyde Peak, Castello Norte, or Howler Pass. So Clyde is probably the automation test track. And this is Italy, and I believe this is Jungle Rock Island, so let's see. Clyde Peak is tarmac, Castello Norte is flat-out tarmac, and Howler Pass mainly dirt roads. I guess we'll start things off with Clyde Peak at the automation test track. So with the rally mode with shipping containers and rally mode whip. And of course, in big old red, experimental feature, finished within 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and all that good stuff. And there's a recover and flipping penalty with the Charrier FCV, aka VFOC, just to piss you guys off. So I believe the Charrier is the only option for all of the 3 rally courses that we could choose here. So let's start things off with the rally. 3, 2, 1. Pace notes preference. Yeah, I know there's going to be pace notes here, but 40 left into 150 right over jump, over crest. And medium right into hairpin left. Into hairpin left, 80. Road narrowing. I think that's what that is, no road narrowing because of the rocks over there. Left, okay, hairpin right. Samir, we're wrecking the car. Shut up. Okay, medium right into road narrowing. I agree, chat. Alright, medium right. Road narrowing into left, into medium right, into medium left. And the little hairpin here, those little markers here, does that mean don't cut because of the guardrails and those little, like, drainage ditches or something? It doesn't do it to right there. Alright, single caution. What? The rock face into easy right, into hard hairpin right. Double caution. Don't cut. So much for the pace notes. Yeah, I'm sliding. God. Now we got ice physics. Oh, yeah, we got snow and ice physics. That's what I'm talking about now. And easy, medium left, don't cut into road narrow, single caution, 400, medium right. Samir, to finish? Wait, is this to finish? That's my tentative checkpoint. Oh my deja vu, what the hell is this? And, oh, gotta keep going. 2 minutes into easy right. Where is my finish line? I'm drifting. No effort to finish. Stop the car. That rear left wheel, though. I got a bronze of a 215. 155 is the best you can do. I'm not a freaking WRC driver, man. So with BeamNG's update 0.34, with the new Bruckell 9, the additions to West Coast USA, the new missions, and the new rally mode, starting with the Bruckell 9, it's a well-made, pre-war era car that's highly detailed from the inside out. You have working brake and clutch cylinders, realistic head and tail lights, and a wide variety of configurations to choose from. With the new Freeroam challenges on West Coast USA, it gives you some of that Forza vibe by doing some impromptu challenges, like the drift challenges as seen earlier. For the rally mode, it's pretty much like the hill climb missions, but with a dedicated rally car and pace notes. It would be nice in the future to include a voiceover guide for those pace notes instead of looking up to view your next move. For some of the other updates I haven't covered over, I have a link to view the full patch notes yourself with the link in the description below. So anyways, that'll do it with BeamNG.drive's update 0.34. And for those who are interested in this type of content, please be sure to like and subscribe so you won't miss out on any videos like this in the future. So this is TRIZE rising up and signing out.